Prominent far-right figures Enrique Tarrio and Stewart Rhodes, key players in the plot to attack the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, were released from prison on Tuesday following a sweeping presidential pardon issued by the newly inaugurated Republican president. This mass pardon, encompassing approximately 1,500 defendants involved in the insurrection, ignited a firestorm of outrage among lawmakers who had been directly threatened during the attack. Thousands of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol in a failed attempt to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election, preventing the certification of Joe Biden's victory. The release of Tarrio and Rhodes, two of the most significant figures linked to the conspiracy, marked a particularly controversial aspect of the pardon. Tarrio, associated with the Proud Boys, and Rhodes, the former leader of the Oath Keepers militia, both faced lengthy prison sentences. Rhodes, whose 18-year sentence for seditious conspiracy was commuted, was freed just after midnight in Cumberland, Maryland. While he did not personally breach the Capitol building, he was convicted of plotting to employ force against Congress to impede the certification of Biden's win. Further accusations included his involvement in stockpiling firearms at a Virginia hotel, readily accessible for transport to Washington, D.C. Tarrio, who also avoided physically entering the Capitol, served a 22-year sentence for his role in orchestrating the plot to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power. His lawyers, along with Rhodes' legal team, confirmed their client's release on Tuesday. The scene outside the Central Detention Center in Washington, D.C. was charged with emotion as family members and supporters anxiously awaited the release of their loved ones. One supporter, expressing immense relief, stated, "We've been out here freezing to death and hoping to just get a glimpse and wish them well. I'm living in Indiana, so I couldn't be out here every day. But I've donated small amounts of money, doing what I can, saying prayers. It's just so gratifying to see Donald Trump giving them justice." This scene, captured on social media, showed a large crowd gathered, eventually dispersed by police. The pardons, however, were met with intense criticism, particularly from those directly affected by the violence. Former D.C. police officer Michael Fanone, severely injured while defending the Capitol during the attack, expressed deep betrayal. In an interview with CNN, he stated, "I have been betrayed by my country, and I've been betrayed by those that supported Donald Trump. Whether you voted for him because he promised these pardons, or for some other reason, you knew that this was coming. And here we are. I think that Republican Party owns a monopoly on hypocrisy when it comes to support of law enforcement." Quote, The swift release of the January 6th defendants further fueled the controversy. Andrew and Matthew Valentin, brothers convicted in relation to the attack, were among the first released at midnight, as announced by Trump administration officials. The timing and scale of the pardons also drew sharp criticism from Capitol Police Officer Daniel Hodges, who sarcastically commented on X, formerly Twitter, "Just worked about 14 hours making sure Trump's inauguration was secure and peaceful, got home, read this, thanks America." The profound impact of the pardons on those who defended the Capitol and the broader political landscape continues to resonate deeply, sparking ongoing debate and analysis. The sheer number of individuals pardoned, 1,500, and the high-profile nature of figures like Tarrio and Rhodes underscore the magnitude of this controversial action. The release represents a significant turning point, further polarizing the political climate and raising critical questions about justice, accountability, and the future of American democracy. The legal complexities surrounding seditious conspiracy and the implications of presidential pardons remain significant areas of ongoing discussion and analysis by legal scholars and commentators. The reactions from various factions, from those celebrating the pardons to those deeply critical, highlight the deep divisions within the country, divisions that were starkly exposed during the events of January 6, 2021, and further exacerbated by the subsequent presidential actions. The long-term consequences of these pardons remain uncertain, but their impact on public perception, political discourse, and the healing process of the nation are undeniable and will undoubtedly continue to be debated for years to come. The detailed accounts of the events leading up to, during, and following the Capitol attack, coupled with the analysis of the legal processes and the political fallout, will likely form a significant part of future historical assessments of this period in American history.